Hello, everyone, and welcome back to a
Hey, yeah.
episode.
Uh,
So Cindy and I are very happy that you guys have been, tuning in, following us through this journey. So much love to all you viewers out there. Thank you for continuing to watch us. Um, so Cindy, let's kind of just start off by getting a little bit of an update. How are things going with you and your family during this shelter-in-place stay-at-home orders?
so daycare, we got an email from daycare saying that they're planning to open on May 4th. So
Ooh.
you have no idea. I'm so ready for that. But the governor just said today, this morning, that schools are out for the rest of the year. So we're not going to go back to regular school.
Yeah.
And then retail stores can reopen as a like a to-go kind of service.
So curbside?
I don't know how. I guess, yeah. And then the state parks can open on 420. And what else was it? Oh, surgeries, like the restrictions on surgeries. Well, it didn't say specifically elective, but I'm sure that's what it meant. Would be lifted on, I think, on the 22nd.
Yeah.
So yeah, but we still can't sit down and eat at restaurants. And they shortly after Governor Abbott talked about the reopening, Dallas County came out and said that they had the most cases in one day yesterday. I think it was 124 new cases, and that was the most for our county. And so now Dallas County is the second county in the state of Texas, the second county, the second largest.
Yeah, so Houston's probably like the worst.
Well, Harris County.
Yeah, that's
Harris.
Houston.
Yeah. So anyways, that's what's going on. But I mean, I'm still really busy. I was telling you earlier, I still have those 2 closings at the end of the month, and things are trucking along. And then I've been working with a buyer for the last couple of days. And so hopefully we can get him into a new home within 3 weeks or so, because that's how quickly the loans are being approved. And, I've still been busy. I can't do a lot because I have the kids here, and it's difficult to leave and go to showing appointments and stuff like that. But I can't even take classes. Like, I've been wanting to take a bunch of classes, and I just can't do it. So anyways, how are you doing?
Yeah, no, I haven't really been following what the governor said today, but I did tune in yesterday to the presidential daily meeting that they are doing on, this whole ordeal. But I know that they have sent out a guideline, if you will, as to what we're supposed to be doing. They're going to leave it up to the state governors to make the decision on how to get back to
slowly reopen.
Slowly reopen. I know historically here in the last month, the governor has been very, very conservative, even if we're not like at the highest reported cases and deaths. But we're a smaller state with about 2 million folks.
In the entire state?
The entire state, Cindy, is 2.1 million people.
Don't we have 1 million in just Fort Worth alone?
I'm sure. Oh, most cities have like half of that population. It's
my
crazy.
God, I had no idea that New Mexico was so densely populated.
I didn't know either until I moved here. In fact, up until I moved here, I thought Albuquerque was bigger than El Paso, which is where I was born and raised.
It's not?
No, it's small, girl.
What?
It is not even. El Paso alone has 1 million people, I think. That's not even counting like the Juarez and Las Cruces, like the little.
The borders?
Yeah.
I haven't been to El Paso oh my gosh, I've only been to El Paso a handful of times. Like, normally when we go to Mexico, we go through Presidio and Ojinaga. It's a less crowded border.
Well,
and, we normally try to sneak bologna back, so.
Yeah. Well, El Paso's like blown up. Like, they're a lot bigger than when I was, living there when I was, 20 years ago.
Don't age yourself, girl.
I know, I almost said my age, but 20 years ago when I was 13.
A wee child.
Wait, that's so old. When I was 3.
So back when I was a toddler.
Back when I was in my mama's womb. But yeah, so they've grown. But yeah, I thought the same thing. I didn't know New Mexico was so small. But so the governor, even though we're a tiny populated and poorer state than others, I think her conservative approach has really helped us from becoming worse off than some of the other states that you're seeing, you know. I mean, obviously, the more population, the more cases you're going to see.
Cases, right, case count. But as far as percentage, maybe, no, I don't think it's as high as like New York. It's so sad, right? To see New York City kind of be a ghost town.
Let's kind of talk about that too, because it's been bothering me that I'm starting to see these protesters come out.
In Michigan.
People don't believe that this is real, so they're like rebelling.
Reopen.
And you're putting people's lives and family in danger by disobeying this order. I really feel that if we all just listen and do what we're supposed to do, this will end a lot quicker. But it's not, because people are still going out, and I'm sure our families included, right? I had to get on my mom and dad because they love going to Walmart. You know, it's like, okay, I get it. You want to get out of the house. You need stuff. Let me order it for you. Let me have it delivered for you. Don't put yourself in danger. Don't put others in danger. So it's a crazy and unfortunate mess. And now I think I saw a news headline on my phone that came up that says that there's going to be resurgence. There's going to be waves. There's going to be a lot that we will be dealing with all the way even through 2022.
Wow.
So this ain't going away. We're going to have to deal with it. There's going to be a new normal. People wearing masks. People social distancing in public.
You know what? I think, like, this has always bothered me. I mean, obviously, fat girl, like, it hasn't stopped me from eating. But what has always bothered me about restaurants is the community, like salt and pepper shaker or ketchup, like sugar, all that stuff. I'm like, well,
especially if it's refilled.
Oh yeah.
They refill ketchup bottles.
Yeah, no, I know, but I'm just like, who was the last person that touched this? And like, you know, like, I try not to think about it because, again, you know, I'm still gonna eat it because come on.
Right.
But I think that's one thing that I'm actually going to enjoy the change from is like restaurants, because even IHOP before the restaurants went to takeout only, IHOP was still like sit down, and I went and had a breakfast meeting there, and I asked for salt and pepper, and they brought out like little individual packets. So
yeah,
I think I'm gonna enjoy that.
Yeah, no, definitely. I'm with you on that. It hasn't stopped me from going out and eating, and like takeout, of course, and like delivery. Because I mean, even McDonald's, you go to McDonald's and somebody's gonna have to be touching your food. I know they're wearing.
No, we didn't. When I worked at McDonald's.
Oh goodness.
We're very, very
that was
big
a long time ago.
sanitation. Hey, so before we continue, can we just say that the biggest feedback that we've gotten from you guys between episode 1 and 2 is you guys enjoy us being drunk. So if you see me drinking out of my little cup, it's because of y'all. Okay.
Yeah, the viewers have spoken, and we will deliver.
Yes. We sure will. It's going to be a sacrifice.
So what should our drinking word of the day be, or drinking word of the episode?
I picked it last week. But you know what? The cuss word thing, that was a shiznit, because that was episode 1 and it got us really drunk.
I have an idea. How about every time one of us laughs, we have to take a drink? And you guys too. Every time any of us laugh, either Cindy or I laugh, we all have to take a drink.
What if it's a fake laugh just because I want to drink?
It doesn't matter. Laugh, or make me laugh if you want to drink.
Knock, knock.
Hey, she wants to be a comedian. All right. Anyway, All right, so enough about the shelter in place update. So we're obviously all feeling it. We get it. Hopefully, we'll return to some kind of normalcy. But something I wanted to talk to you about last episode, and we really didn't have a chance to dive into it, was having friends and also making friends in your 30s. I feel like it's a completely different playing field than when I was in my 20s.
Agreed.
And
For sure.
there's some different I would say factors.
Expectations.
Well, expectations one is, but more like of factors that go into how and what making friends occurs. It's something like maybe like factors like you're in a relationship or you're single, you have kids, you don't have kids, you're straight or you're gay. Like all of those things factor into how people develop friendships, right? The perfect example, I didn't know if you knew this, but I'm gay. Yeah, I'm gay. So I was trying to make you laugh and you didn't laugh.
I made you laugh.
So me as a gay man, I find it harder to make friends in general, despite my age.
When did you find out you were gay?
When did I find out when I was gay? Girl, I knew since first grade.
First grade.
Do you want that story? You want me to tell you real quick? So in first grade, there was
this. If it's sad.
No, it's not sad. It's actually kind of funny. So you know how kids like to play pretend, like they see something that either their parents did or they saw something on TV. So I had been to a wedding as a little kid. It was the first wedding I could remember going to, and I went back to school in first grade, and I was all excited about the ceremony part, how the man and woman walked down the aisle. They are like the bride walked down the aisle. They met at the front. They like did their nuptials, and then they kissed. I wanted to do that. So I got all my friends in first grade on recess. We put it together. I was the groom. There was the girl who was the bride.
Of course, you were the event coordinator at 6 years old.
Okay, that's not when I realized I was gay, but that's a good point to you just laughed.
But you were an event coordinator at 6 years old.
Of my own first wedding in first grade. But okay, so I realized that my best man is the person I really wanted to kiss and not a girl.
Oh.
I remember his name, and if he's watching,
What's his name? Giving him a shout out.
His name was Victor.
Victor.
He was so cute.
Shout out.
I remember we were in first grade together.
Cute?
He was when I last saw him and worked with him at Dairy Queen in my senior year in high school. Oh my God, I just got more specific. Stop laughing. We're gonna have to keep drinking. Anyways, not the point of the story. So if you really want to get technical, Victor, you turned me gay. So yeah, no, but I ended up kissing the girl. I remember.
And you were 6 years old.
We did it French, dude. It was just
not in Mac.
You know what? Actually, I lie. Now I remember. He was not my best man. I didn't even know what best man was probably because it was just her and I. He was the priest. He was the guy that married us.
That's telling.
Isn't it? So he married us, and I just remember always having feelings for him. I didn't know, obviously, what they were, but I felt the attraction.
You felt it? You felt the tingle in your pickle?
Not even that. It was a lot of feelings. Like I wanted him to be marrying me, and I didn't even know better.
Gosh, that's so weird? Cute.
So in retrospect, I look at it and I was like, oh my God, that was my first crush, and that's probably when, like, I had my first gay, not knowing it, gay feelings.
Yeah.
But
did you feel guilty? Like I shouldn't be feeling this for a boy?
I never felt guilty about it until I started going to church, but I don't even want to talk about that. That's a whole other episode.
Okay, yeah, let's not be sad.
But anyways, getting back to my point of making friends and whatnot. As a gay man, it was harder for me to make friends with straight guys, especially guys that would make jokes before they even knew I was gay. because they,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? And then eventually coming out of it, and they're calling me the F word, you know.
Do you remember that guy, Robert, that worked with us, and he was talking really disgusting to you? I think about me and maybe Amelia. Remember Robert? I'm not going to say his last name, but he was like from Chicago, like work construction, and he was like talking to you about discussing things, and then because he didn't know.
Yes, I do remember. I completely remember. I remember. Yes, I remember exactly who you're talking about. But
so
he didn't know or was ignorant about it, and yeah, he totally. And I get that a lot. Not just to single him out, but a lot of straight guys.
Yeah.
But that doesn't.
But that's when you told me, like, I have always been very naive when it comes to male friendships. I've always, since, you know, from.
That's because you're a dude.
I am a dude.
You don't come from it from a girl standpoint, and that's why other girls don't understand that, because a girl like you can make friends with guys because you're cool, like you're. I shouldn't say girls aren't cool. You're a little more accepting of the masculinity that most male straight guys will.
The thing is, I truly want to just like be your friend, whether you're male, female, whatever. I just want to be your friend, and females are usually more sensitive, so I can't like make the same jokes or, you know, whatever. And I can joke with a guy about things all day long, and I never you know, I never really have, like, you know how I am. If you're in the friend zone, you are friend zone. Nothing's going to happen with me. But I'm very naive when it comes to, like, I didn't know that every single man immediately wants to fuck a girl. Like, I didn't know. I thought, I know, you've told me, you know, and I've learned.
That's true with any man, gay or straight.
I know. But I'm always like, no, that's like my friend. He's my brother. He would never.
Oh no, and they'll play your friend, and it's still part of the
I know, and that's something that I've learned, you know, as I've gotten older, that men have one goal, and that's their goal, and that's why you really can't be friends with a man. I do have very, very close male friends, you know, like, you know,
that
Chris
are not
is
gay.
a very that are
but that's a completely different friendship for straight women.
So like I have, you know, Chris is a very, very good friend of mine. He's straight. Jesse, the friend, he's a very, like, you know, very, very good friend of mine. Edson, I would consider a very good friend of mine.
Yep.
So like, I would never cross that line with them, but now I, you know, try to like set specific boundaries, because you just
probably out of respect
know.
Well, not just that, but out of respect for your marriage.
For my marriage, out of respect for like Edson's marriage, out of respect for his marriage, just the whole thing. And I was just very, very naive before, and just thought, you know, we could just all be friends, and, you know, but like Santos shouldn't have a problem with it, right? But I see it
with John and I, like, I'm the same way. Like, I'm one of those people that try to stay friends with my exes if at all possible.
Oh yeah, I don't do that shit at all.
And so
we break up, you need to not exist.
And I'm not like that, because I cannot dismiss the years of good and positive memories. You know what I mean? There's a reason why you break up, but it's just like an employer. You leave an employer for specific reasons, but you still remember a lot of the good stuff there. And I feel the same way. Like, I'm not going to burn any bridges.
You know what though? That's a good point, because I still go to McDonald's for that chicken sandwich. Like,
no, that's just because you're a comelona. Is that the right word?
And if Blockbuster was still here, I would still go rent movies from
get
Blockbuster.
Over it, girl. She was managing Blockbuster.
Yeah, it was my favorite job.
Yeah, my Dairy King job was my favorite.
Did you like to dip the?
No, my favorite thing was to make banana splits.
I love banana splits. Okay.
It was cool. I just learning how to do it. I still make them here at home. Like, I love the whole process
make
of
me
making
one.
a banana split. Anyway,
so
but
you
also
said something that you said something that I wanted to kind of touch on that I don't think that you and I have ever talked about. Just because I never wanted to hurt your feelings, you know, but there have been times, a lot of times, that I've just brought you around because I love you and I think you're so much fun and I just like want to bring you along no matter what. And the group of friends that I'm with are not as accepting and understanding.
Right.
And I just don't know it. Like I don't think about it and I just want to bring you along, you know, but you do. And it's just like there have been a couple of times where I've just been just so disgusted in the human race because of how people think about you, and I'm so protective of you. And like there have been a couple of times that I can think of where I'm just like, what do you mean? Like, what does it matter if he's gay? Like,
that's not.
But you are
surprising.
very, very aware. I know, and you are very aware of it. And you've told me before, like, I don't think that's a cool place for me to go to. I don't. And I'm just like, come along, who cares? You know, that kind of thing. But I have found out, you know, but now in my 30s, like, you know, we're talking about that. I don't want to associate myself with people who like are that closed-minded, because not just you're a very important person in my life. Even though you're in another state, you're still a very important person in my life. But like my sister-in-law is also gay, and so I don't want to be associated with anybody who isn't accepting. And I don't need you to change your values or your views or what, I don't care, but you do not need to sit there and disrespect anybody, no matter who they are or what they do. Like that's when you are out of my life, you know?
No, absolutely. It's a valid point, and I'm glad you brought that up, because that's also one of the reasons why it's hard for me to make friends, because I sometimes do come off as somebody that's not afraid to enter a room or combat
I know
that
you're
type.
very confident.
Yeah, it's more of a front, I think. I am confident in some aspects, but I think a lot of my hesitation to make friends is because I'm always constantly in the back of my mind thinking, are they going to judge me because I'm gay?
Yeah.
I've even caught myself explaining on just a regular customer service phone call where I call the bank. Recently, we got a loan for this house, right, that we're in, and you know, I have to say John's my husband, but I'll say stuff like, oh, my partner or my spouse, instead of saying what he really is, my husband. He's my husband. Why, you know, so there's some aspects of my life that I still have issues with being confident in who I am, and it sucks because people should want to be my friends not because of who I married or because I'm gay, but they may decide to be friends with me because they like my energy or my personality. But it shouldn't be like I don't want to talk to him because he's gay, but that's in my mind.
Yeah.
And even coming around kids too, like coming around your kids, like I am happy that you and some of my other friends like Gloria, like they didn't care about bringing me around their kids. But there are some people that are close-minded,
like it's
contagious, or they're gonna somehow like get like an idea that, oh, Ricky's gay, I want to be gay too. You know what I mean? Or if you really want to go really, really on the really bad side of it, like I'm a pedophile
with them.
Yeah, like that kind of stuff.
Right.
But
it's just
anybody that gets a chance, they would a chance to know me and get to learn more about how I am with kids. Like they would see that my nieces and nephews love me. I'm like a fun uncle. I'm very loving, even to my friends' kids. You know.
Yeah, I know.
I
remember when Haley asked you why you talk that way.
Oh, that's not the first kid that has asked me. You know, it's funny because my niece.
Why do you talk that way? And then
Ricky
was like, Ricky goes, what do you mean? Talk like how? And she goes, I don't know, like a diva.
Oh, I loved it. Yes, I remember. I think that's the day that you made me food and I was eating at your house.
Yeah, and then the next time that you saw her was whenever we went to IKEA because I was getting out of that awful relationship, and so you came with me. You spent the whole day with me, and we went to IKEA to get some stuff. And that's when you told her that you were a Devo.
Oh, did I? I don't even
Remember?
remember that.
So
Did we leave her in
then she
daycare?
started calling you a Devo.
Or did she
Huh?
follow us? Did she go with us around the store? Or did we put her in the daycare?
I think we put her in a daycare.
I don't remember. That's hilarious. But
Hey,
yeah.
I have a question. I have another real quick question for you. Would you mind doing a 60-second monologue so that I can go get some more beer?
Oh my God. Okay, sure. Run
Okay,
and be quick.
I am. It'll be like 30 seconds.
Okay,
Come on.
I'm ready. So, anyways, Cindy does make a valid point. So, if any of you have had that situation where your friends or family are closed-minded or maybe not as open, let's use that way of saying it, about you bringing in somebody that is important in your life, whether it be a friend or coworker or whatever, that is gay, lesbian, transgender, LGBT. I just want to commend you guys. And if you haven't done it and you get in that situation, encourage you to allow others to experience something that you've actually been open to and have experienced because you're open to it. I think a lot of it has to do with people being closed-minded. And I've actually had closed-minded friends that became open and have enjoyed and have actually become some of my really good friends because they were put in the situation where they had to. So to Cindy's point earlier, she brought me around maybe some of her friends that aren't experienced with, having LGBTQ friends or acquaintances, and they put those negative, maybe even closed-minded thoughts, and they won't even give it a chance. So I encourage all of you to be open-minded and not be afraid of what your friends and family are going to think, and bring your close friends and your loved ones that are LGBTQ, and show everyone else that we're just like you guys. We just, want to be loved, and we want to have fun and laugh together. And so if you don't expose people to that type of person, they're never going to know. And maybe they might hate that person for a different reason, not because they're gay, lesbian, trans, whatever. It might be just because there are bad gay people. There are bad straight people. So, but they shouldn't base it off of sexuality is what I'm getting at. So there's my monologue. You got your beer.
Right. So my whole thing that I've learned, again, going through my 20s and all these experiences and everything is, and Ricky, that I got into it with my mom, over you and everything. And so my thing is to everybody that's watching and listening is, no matter who your friends are, if they're a good person to you, the people in your life should accept them just because they're important to you and give them a chance. And, my mom is a very religious person. And so she had some opinions at the beginning of, her Christian walk, because she entered that pretty late in life. And she was very judgmental, and I had to bring some, some things to her attention that you can't be that way, that's not very Christian like, that's not religious, you can't hide behind a religion, because you should just accept people for who they are. And Ricky, you and I pray together, not as often anymore, but we pray together all the time. And it's if I were to be no, I can't pray with you because you're gay, I mean, who wins there? And just just any other person, not just, I know we're talking about gay, but if somebody is important to you, stand up for them. And if they're your friends, stand up for them, because those people that are judging you and giving you shit about being friends with, and you know, those people, those are not the people that you want in your life. And it's difficult when it's your family, but you just need to open up their eyes to the world. The world. There's all kinds of people out here. All of us are different, and we all deserve to be loved, and we all deserve to have friendships. And if somebody is so close-minded, you don't need to have those people in your life. That's not
absolutely.
You know.
And again, bottom line is, gay, straight, whatever you are,
Skinny, flaca.
yeah, yeah, with the big old nalga. Oh, we're laughing. Now I need a refill. But yeah, so end of rant. You know, making friends is hard, and I didn't even mean for it to go into the whole gay thing, because I had nothing to do with that. I just have been. I get your, and I'm glad you brought that up, because honestly, people need to understand that and hear that, especially your audience, because we have different audiences. We have some common friends, but you have an extended audience that I've never met, and I have an extended audience that you've never met. So if they're watching this, they will understand our dynamic. Strong our friendship is now. We've known each other over 10 years, probably almost close to 15 now.
Yeah.
And you could have easily.
Very young.
We did actually. You especially, because you're younger than me.
I need to get some injections. Like, what is that?
I know. Look at how my forehead has no wrinkles.
Don't you get Botox too? I get Xeomin, and like it's already wearing off. I
haven't done Botox or fillers in a while. Like, it's been at least a year. But like,
I don't know, it had been that long.
This moves now, but I've had it right here.
That's not okay.
And
you should try Xeomin. I really like Xeomin.
I had fillers done right here just to decrease the baggage, the shadows. But I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna look hot no matter what. So I'm over it. You sure
are, girl. And you're married, so who cares? Hey, okay. So another thing. Drink it.
Oh yeah. Okay, so anyways,
so hold on. Can I just say something about being a friend in your 30s, which you and I have talked about before, right? Is like expectations for friends is so different. And so I have a friend, and I'm just gonna go ahead and say her name, because Lucy, I love you so much, oh my gosh, you're very needy. And I cannot be there for you. Like, I want to be. I wish I could be, but I can't, because I've got all these kids screaming like all day long. I have the kids screaming. Yeah, she does, but they're older and they spend most of the time with their dad and stuff. And so it's like she wants to call me whenever she's on her way home from work. And like I literally have kids screaming. I cannot have this conversation.
I can relate to Lucy, because
because you try to be there too, and I feel bad because I can't be there, but like, hey girl, I could text all day long, and I'll send her that. And then I have other friends like Jesse, who he'll call me like once a month, and then he hears Charlotte crying, and like sometimes, like there have been times where I don't answer and he gets all mad at me, but then I'll answer, and then he hears Charlotte crying, and he's like, all right, never mind, I'll call you later. Because I'm like, there's no way that I can have a conversation. Absolutely. So it's different. Like in your 30s, I feel like you have to understand that people sometimes cannot physically be there every single time, but they're still your friend, and like they still need.
So can I talk for Jesse and Lucy, because I feel like I'm in that same category. So. Yes. In the beginning, Cindy, when you started having your recent kids, like I knew you had Haley, and you had co-parenting, so sometimes it was easier for you to do stuff because Haley was with her dad, and then we could go and have our fun. But now you're married, you have 2 additional kids that are in their toddler phase, so like it's a lot. But honestly, in the beginning, Cindy, it impacted me. Like I know it did. I don't want to say that your journey is the reason why I changed my mind about kids, but it did have a little bit of an impact because remember I had baby fever, and then not just you.
I tell people that I'm birth control. I tell people I'm birth control all
No,
the time.
it's not just you. Don't feel bad. This is what I'm getting at. Don't feel bad. I have other friends that had kids around the same time, and it's all of them. It's not just you. And as a friend, I have learned to be more considerate of your situation. And I'm not gonna lie, it hurt my feelings in the beginning. I felt like
I know.
uh,
It hurt my feelings too.
but I know that. But now I know that, and I feel that friendships that are formed before kids can last a long time and probably even longer. But when you go to now, it's hard for me to make friends with somebody that has kids and is married.
Yeah, I
Or
can
maybe not even
imagine.
just married, because I have a couple friends. Even here in New Mexico, my first set of friends is a couple, and but they don't have kids. And I was explaining to them not only that they're 10 years younger than me, probably even 12. I won't even tell you their ages, but they're out of college. We'll say that they're establishing themselves. They're getting their first homes. They don't have kids, but they can still party with me and come over and drop things and like easy. Like I can pick up the phone and say, you know what? Hey, you want to have a game night tonight? And they don't have to worry about kids. So I get it. It's a different dynamic.
That. Yeah.
But I'm now realizing that I would be in the same situation. So I've been a little bit more cautious and a little bit more selfish about my plans for kids.
But also being friends in your 30s, you have more money, so you can like travel and do
Especially if you're a dink
too.
Do you know what a dink is? D-I-N-K.
Wait, double income, no kids.
Yep.
That's an actual term in the real estate world, by the way.
What? Well, yeah, because those people have more money to spend on a house.
Right. So, no, but like, you know, me, Kathleen, and Laura, we started our girls' trip 3 years ago. We're going to Chicago this year because we just have money to spend. And like, so in my 20s, we would just drive down to Austin. I mean, you remember, you came with us to Austin. And like, we would, you know, finagle a room, get a hookup on a room, and we didn't care. Or we would sleep in our car. Who cares?
And or you used your boobs to get us into clubs?
I sure did. Right, because I didn't want to pay a fucking cover charge.
But you forgot your ID too. I forgot if it was you or
it was me. It was my birthday, and I forgot my ID at home, and because I had gone out the night before and put my ID in my. Anyways, so, but yeah, my boobs were like newly done, and so they were like nice and perky, and I got in all the.
I forgot pictures, girl. We had fun.
But now I'm like super bougie, so I'm like, I need to stay at a nice hotel, and we need the Uber. What is it? The nice Uber? What is it?
It's Uber Select or Uber.
Yeah, whatever. Because
Comfort.
I need to have a nice vehicle drive me from the airport to the hotel because I get car sick. You know, so I think that being a friend in your 30s has its perks because you're a little bit more established. You have a little bit more money to do a little bit more fun things. So you did talk about, you know, kids. I do want to say I met a couple last summer, and he ended up being a client of mine. We closed on his house. I was his buyer's agent in February, but we've actually become friends. And he's not married, but you know, he has a partner. And I would I would first offer it to you, but I could be a surrogate. Like I could have one more kid because I've had 3 C-sections. So I could have one more kid. I've got my tubes completely removed, so it would have to be an in vitro situation. You would get first dibs 100%. But I told him, I was like, look, and I told him about you too. I was like, look, I've got, you know, my best friend Ricky, if he ever wants, like he's got dibs, but I would totally be a surrogate for you or for him.
That you would do that.
And I would never charge, you know, like you guys just pay my medical bills or whatever, but I would definitely give my fourth and only other opportunity to have a kid to you or to Josh. 100%.
Yeah. Oh, well, thank you for that.
So if you change your mind.
Honestly, John and I have been like.
Honestly, no. Every single child that's come out of your body has been the spawn of evil.
No, I love your kids are cute. I mean, all kids are like that though. No, all kids are like that. I think especially because you waited so long and you tried so hard to have them that they may be, I don't know because I'm not there every day, but maybe it's just that's just like you allowing them to do whatever they want, because you could.
Oh, sure.
You know what I mean? I don't want to think the word spoiled, but I would spoil the hell out of my kids if it took me years to get them.
They are spoiled rotten. They are the way.
Good. I'm glad you took it the right way because I didn't want it to come out.
100%. For sure. I'm the one that fucked them up, for sure.
No, you're not fucking them up, Cindy.
And even Haley, like, she's such a little bitch, you know? Like, I can't. But it's because she was the only child for so long, and so I overcompensated for her not having a dad in her life, you know? And then, like, now I just feel bad that she has to share, and it's just, like, it's a whole thing with me, and it's made her this spoiled, rotten child. And it's all me. You know what? As parents, we always fuck up our kids because every single person in America is in some kind of therapy, and we all fucking blame our parents no matter what.
That's funny.
Like if our parents were the best parents in the world, oh, my parents were the best parents in the world and their expectations were too high for me. Like everything. It doesn't fucking matter.
Yeah, you're completely right. I mean, you're a product of your parents and what they did or what they didn't do. And the story. Right. Whether you're successful or not.
Right.
But all right. So let's kind of pin this one because there's some more specific things I wanted to talk about, and we can pin it for episode 4.
I need to get new AirPods because my AirPods are like already dying. What the fuck? I just charge them all fucking
That's why you need a Bose, girl. I got Bose.
No, I need new AirPods.
But
if somebody wants to buy me new AirPods, I'll take them.
Let's kind of segue into our ELLAAA of the week, and then we're also going to introduce what we're going to call No Bueno of the week. So it's kind of like a shout out and something that you're just like not cool with, or you just want to like vent some frustration
like the boo.
out. Exactly.
No bueno.
I'm gonna go first by giving No Bueno.
Ooh.
So my No Bueno of the week goes to Walmart grocery. I am so pissed because I signed up for the monthly free deliveries, unlimited. You order your groceries, they deliver them to your doorstep. I'm trying to be very good about not going out, listening to the stay-at-home orders, staying home as much as possible. And that is something that they're allowing us to go out for because it's an essential, getting groceries is essential, right? But so I signed up for it and I'm now paying $13 a month. But when every time I've ordered from you, Walmart, you substitute items with things that I don't need. Like, it's dumb. I
asked for spaghetti sauce and you're going to give me freaking paste.
Close.
Sauce.
Close. So, for example, John likes to eat oatmeal. He's a viejito. He loves his oatmeal every morning, peanut butter in it. And now he wants still oats. Because
peanut butter?
Yeah, it's weird, girl. I've tried it. Don't even get me started.
Yeah, we got.
So he has still oats. Keep drinking because I'm making you laugh. So he asked for still oats. When you go online, in their defense, they will tell you what's out of stock. So they won't even let you put it in your cart. But my thing is, it was in my cart, still oats. It was great value, but it was still oats. How come they substituted it with a still oats is like a big old thing. It lasts you like a month, maybe 2 weeks. they substitute with one instant Quaker oatmeal. One that you microwave. One. How is that? They're the same price too for one serving. Come on. How is that good? Then don't even get me started. And I'll keep it simple so that it makes sense. So let's say I order peanut butter and jelly because I want to make peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. I found out the day when they're gonna deliver it and I can't change my order that they didn't have any jelly, but they're gonna give me peanut butter. So
and you can't say, hey, no, never mind, no peanut butter.
It's too late. It's delivered. Same thing. Like I order sandwich meat and sandwich bread, and I only get the meat for sandwich bread.
Can we rename this to first world problems?
Yeah, but this isn't a normal first world problem because my ass should be able to go to the store and buy it, but I'm trying to be a good citizen.
You can though,
and
but you
stay
can't.
Indoors.
Third world countries, they don't have the ability to like order any of this shit. They just have fucking rice. And,
I guess what I'm saying is if it wasn't a stay-at-home order right now and this situation that we're in today in the world was not happening, then it would be a first world problem because my ass can get up and go to the store anytime.
Exactly. You can still get up and go to the store anytime.
My rant is still valid. And if you're watching Walmart,
I
canceled my subscription. Thank you. End of rant.
You will not be getting Ricky's $13 every month.
My gay ass made me a cute little mask, and now I take my gay ass to Albertsons when I need something.
Yeah. Ew. You just lost a gay customer.
Thank you, Walmart. Albertsons got my business.
Motherfucker.
Okay, and I won't even do an ella because I took too long on my bueno. So
my ella of the week. You see how I said ella? Is my sister-in-law Letty. She has been my lifesaver this whole time. I mean, before even, right? But like these stay-at-home thing, home. The whole stay-at-home order, like I have. Oh, hold on. Well, hold on. I'll drink at the end. So I've been able to because she doesn't go out anywhere. She doesn't see anybody at all ever. So I've been able to drop the kids off once or twice a week, all day, Ricky, all day, 9 p.m. to 5 p.m. And anytime that I want to drink, she's there. She's here right now upstairs, watch my kids so that I can record this. I mean, she has been fucking amazing and my lifesaver throughout this whole thing. So,
hey, so I have a quick question. So, me as a gay uncle, we have a term called gunkle. That's a gay uncle. And gunkles have fun with their nieces and nephews, and they take them and do fun stuff to have to give their parents a break, right? What do you call a gay aunt?
We call her Uncle Letty.
No.
What?
I mean, it's okay if she is okay with that, but I feel like the gender
kind of
thing
okay with
going
it.
in.
But
I like Ganty or.
No, okay. So the kids call her Hetty and she loves it. So instead of Letty, which is her name, they call her Hetty and she loves it.
What about Lesty? No, that won't work.
They call her Hetty. Okay. So my no bueno of the week is the small business loans. The PPP is on hold because they ran out of money.
Yep.
Yeah, I think that sucks. As you know, my mom has this restaurant, and so she applied for it yesterday, and then today they announced that. Oh no, wait. I think so she applied for it the day before yesterday. She applied for it the day before they announced that they were out of funds. So we're still, waiting to see if she's gonna get the funds. But she has a completely closed shop. Her employees aren't getting paid, nothing at all.
So this will help her reopen and start paying them again.
No, it'll help her. It'll. I don't know if she can reopen because it's still not financially responsible for her to reopen just for takeout orders, but it'll help her with the furlough payments,
Got it. So to give back to them for the time that they've not been paid.
Right. Yes. And so that's my no bueno, is that the government didn't have a good sense of analytics to find out how many small businesses there are out there, how many are going to apply for this loan, and they just didn't calculate, you know, the impacts. Because I mean, shit, like unemployment rate is, I mean, people are like, what is it, 21 million people this morning had applied for unemployment. So they didn't say that they ran out of money, and so like now it's just the whole setup. And I understand this is uncharted territory. I get it, but this is my no bueno.
No, I completely get it. Like, come on, get it together. Let's get the funds out to these small businesses. They're the ones who are in our communities, like, and they're, you know, we need to be more quick to aid them and get them back on their feet and keep them afloat. Absolutely agree with you 100%.
Okay, so do you want to talk about Roni or no?
Okay, so anybody else that does not, anybody watching right now that does not care for Bravo, you can go ahead and stop right now, because technically it's the end of our show, but I really, really want to talk about Real Housewives of New York. And with that being said, I have
to turn on my heater. It's so cold, and I'm using my, it's so cold.
Yay!
How cold is it in New Mexico right now, by the way?
Right now it is in the upper 60s, but it's been going back and forth between 70s and 50s.
Okay.
We had snow on Monday, Cindy, which was crazy.
I saw your pictures, yeah.
So all right, let's go ahead and kick it off with the whole Real Housewives of New York thing. So this was the second episode, right? No, third episode, because we didn't talk about it last week. And you're not listening.
Right. No, we didn't talk about it last week, no.
So this will be the third episode. So this episode was focused on their trip to the Hamptons. They were going to stay, or they did stay in Ramona's Hamptons home. And the whole time, even last episode and now this episode, Luann, the Countess, is so pissed that she's
bougie.
In the basement. She is fucking so bougie.
I can't fucking deal with her.
Oh my God, she had her own like house basically down there.
Suite. Her own fucking suite. And then they keep distinguishing like, oh, it's the basement, but Ramona calls it the lower level. It doesn't fucking matter. Like, you have your own living room.
I think she laughed because everybody was drinking and she couldn't.
But cool. Like, why don't
But she's using that as an excuse. But also, she does this every trip. She's such a Debbie Downer. And she's very, for lack of a better term, high-fun. Have you ever heard that? So this is back to, have you ever seen La Bamba, the movie?
Mm-hmm.
So she tells Richie, who's
like once.
She tells him, don't be so high-fun. Like, in other words, don't be all, like, uppity, like, with your, don't make me bring you down back to your roots, bitch. You've been in jail. You fucking have a mugshot. Why are you acting so fucking...
Well, yeah.
She's like... She was acting high-fun. My point is, she's acting very bougie when she's not. Like, come on, you have a freaking mugshot. You assaulted an officer. You got out of handcuffs.
Okay, but not just that. Like, she was raised in a very humble environment. You
Before
know,
she was a countess.
Rich growing up. That's what I'm saying. So, like, you know what I loved about the entire episode is Tinsley, because whenever they were talking about the cocktail party that Ramona threw at Joe Farrell's house, which I think is a full-on plug for his listing. It probably hadn't been sold, and so they needed the extra publicity and marketing, which is fucking genius on his point.
Oh, yeah.
But come on, Ramona, like don't act like, oh, you're doing this grand gesture. But I loved how Tinsley was like saying that Sonia Morgan, I mean, come on, she was married to Mr. JP Morgan from JP Morgan Chase. That was his wife, and she dined with the princes and princesses and queens from all over the world. Like,
she was an accessory. Don't forget, she was an accessory.
Well, hold on, but like a $30 million house or $40 million house, whatever, was nothing. She's been in fucking castles, and I loved how Tinsley called it out that like Ramona is just now stepping into this like social elite world, and she's talking down to Sonia and like making Sonia seem like she's trash, which she did act trash. Don't get me wrong, but like I think it is funny that Sonia has been in the world ×2 of what Ramona is claiming to be.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Absolutely. No, I agree 100%.
That was my favorite part of the entire episode.
Absolutely. But at the same time, if you really want to look at how Sonia carries herself in these situations.
Yeah, she was a total drunk slob. I get it.
Like,
but Ramona shouldn't be talking. That is her friend, and Ramona should not be talking down.
No, absolutely not. And they should also be more concerned about Sonia's behavior, even though she doesn't want to hear it. Like, I mean,
she was just drunk. Who cares? I've been that way.
Yeah, but in last season, she borderline was very dangerous to herself. Like, she could have had some really bad accidents when she was having her episodes of drunkenness, right, and falling and all that stuff. But anyway, the whole point, like this whole thing with this party that they went to, and it really does show you the dynamic and the differences between the group, right? So to your point, you know, Sonia has lived it, been there, done that. It doesn't impress her, but yet Ramona is entering into this new lifestyle, and she's very all about it and very like, oh my God, let me show off, you know, to my friends, like my friends.
She probably has that rich laugh, like, oh.
Yeah. Oh my God, wasn't it funny when she, to your point right now, she was kind of doing that and putting on all like flirtatious, like, oh, when the guy was spinning her in that chair.
The chair.
Oh my God, I feel so sexual. I forgot what she said, but she was like trying to be all flirtatious about it. Oh my God. Anyway.
I've never liked Ramona. The whole Mario, the whole Avery, the whole Turtle Time. Like, I've never liked Ramona. I think she's so fucking fake. And I think she's got so many fucking childhood trauma issues going on. I just can't deal with her. I don't like her. I don't fucking like her.
I don't want to say I don't like her, because I like her for my own selfish reasons, which is entertainment. I think she brings a lot of entertainment to the show, and it's good.
I roll my eyes
it's good
more
to
than anything.
No. That I'm proving my point.
Yeah.
She brings an ignorance that people need to see. So
I guess.
You know what I mean? Like that's, you know what I mean? Like even Bravo brought it to your attention if you caught that little like thing about the party and what it was for. Did you see that little clip?
No,
So Bravo producers before the party, and she's talking about going to this party and what it was about. It was actually a fundraiser for the Trump campaign. So Bravo was being a little shady. They threw a little still screen that's she's talking about the party and where they're going and this $30 million home and what it was about, and then Bravo puts up like this screen that says, no, this is a Trump campaign event, a fundraiser. So we don't know how much money they spent to go to this, whatever political view you have, whatever it may be. But she's dragging her friends to this fundraiser and trying to put it on TV. And if we hadn't seen the shenanigans that went on, then you would have never known what kind of stuff goes on at these fundraisers.
Yeah, which is funny because that's 100% reality. Like these rich white folks That's what they do. I've been to very fancy schmancy, you know, parties and stuff where I feel completely out of place.
Yeah.
And people with a lot of money get really drunk and act a fucking fool.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know what I mean? Like, and
Absolutely.
I've seen it. So this
So
is
that's what I'm saying. It's
absolutely, you know,
entertaining to watch. I may not agree with her political views. I may not
Right.
like how she acts, but damn it, that
Right.
shit is entertaining as fuck.
So you know what else I'm gonna bring up again is Dorinda and Tinsley. Like, come on, Dorinda, it's none of your fucking business. Like, lay off of Tinsley, please. Lay off of her. It's none of
I'm
your
starting to
fucking
see that.
business.
In the beginning, I agreed with Dorinda, and I really didn't care for Tinsley because I still think that she's this little, like, naive Southern belle, but not really
Doesn't fucking
naive.
matter. Doesn't matter. Dorinda is not a
not
good friend.
fair.
She's not going to confide in her. Fuck her.
But here's the thing. Dorinda is coming for her because she has a valid point. How the fuck is it fair that Dorinda and Sonia and even Luann and Bethany, who's not even on the show anymore, they put their life out there. I mean, come on, Bethany had her whole shit out there about her ex and the custody and the restraining order and all that shit.
No, she didn't. Other people talked about her. She didn't say anything ever.
Yeah, but okay, maybe
No.
maybe not
Let
Bethany.
me tell you.
But I mean, how is it fair
Dorinda,
that...
like, I wanted to throw a shoe at the fucking screen when Dorinda was like, I'm just so stressed out. I go to sleep worried. I wake up.
Now that is first world problem.
I wish that my fucking worry was, oh, the plumber and like my fourth house flooded and my boyfriend, he just doesn't know about keeping multiple houses. Like, shut the fuck up. You're like, you have no fucking idea what's going on in the rest of the fucking world. No idea. And you're all, oh, I'm so
But
scared.
that's because they don't know any better.
The fuck up.
That's what I'm talking about, entertainment. If they don't know any better, that's their life.
Dorinda. And then she's all talking about her 10 years that she lived in Europe. Bitch, you're how old? Like, you've lived most of your life in the United States. Can we quit talking about fucking England, please?
Can we talk about this other lady that is not even a housewife, but she was...
The one that told her, what's her face, that she was arm candy?
Yes.
Accessory.
And then an accessory too.
She was an accessory.
And oh my God, Sonia went crazy.
Ricky, I'm a little drunk right now.
Oh, so am I. We gotta hurry up and wrap this up because we're gonna be on the floor by the end of this episode.
Let's wrap it up.
No,
because I gotta go pee.
I do feel bad. Let's leave it at this. I do feel bad for Tinsley a little bit, but I understand that she's...
Okay, can I also talk about how I loved that Sonia was telling Tinsley that she was arm candy? And Tinsley was like, what?
She took the high road and left. She's like, I'm not going to even
but
entertain
she still
this
said,
shit.
like, I met my husband in boarding school and whatever, like, because come on, Sonia.
High school sweetheart or some shit.
Yeah, and like Sonia was a hostess or something like that. I forgot what she said.
Sonia was looking to just put it on somebody else. Like, she's not that one.
You know what I said in the first episode, Sonia? Like, I just feel like people should just own their shit. Sonia, you were fucking eye candy. Like, you were a trophy wife. You absolutely were. And who gives a shit? Like, your husband was stupid enough to marry you and give you this life. It's true. And give you this fucking life. Like, I mean, if a stupid, like, multi-billionaire man,
it would be
and
like
I was single,
yeah, and
he were to come and be like, come on, let's go and like ride these private jets and get married and shit, like, fuck yeah, I would do it, and I would own it. Especially if he fucking left me, I would be like, hell yeah, I was his trophy wife. His next bitch is his trophy wife too.
And I'll leave it with this. We'll end it with this, and we'll talk about this in the next episode. But it would be like if Erica Jane from Real Housewives of Beverly Hills would try to act like her husband didn't marry her
what she is,
because she's not. And when you watch this week's episode, you better hurry up. We're going to talk about it because
Okay.
she took the girl to her old job before she met her husband. She lived in New York and she was a go-go dancer, not a stripper, a go-go dancer at this place called Shakers. She took the whole cast to her old employment. She
That's what I'm
embraced it.
talking about.
She embraced it.
That's
And that's what I'll
what
really
I'm
leave it at.
talking
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Watch the episode and we'll talk about it next week because it ties into what you're saying.
Hey, hold on. One more real quick thing.
Okay.
The tattoo shaming.
That is
The
stupid.
tattoo shaming.
That was so stupid. So
Right.
stupid.
Right.
And it's
Okay.
just the ignorance that I'm talking about. But
Yeah.
but that's good that they put that out on TV because these chicks, they literally do not know better. Like that's how they're brought up. Just like you were saying earlier, you brought me around friends that didn't really necessarily want to be around a gay man. And that's the same shit. Like a stupid, like ignorant ideas of what people are just because they have a tattoo. Come on.
Yeah. Right.
To your point.
Okay, cool.
All right, everybody, thank you so much. I know we went way over. I don't even know. I'm pretty sure it was over an hour. Thank you for staying with us and tuning in. And we'll see you next time on ELLAAA. All right, bye, everybody. Thanks, Cindy. Love you.
Bye.